We all know that we bank differently, we get our news differently, we get our entertainment differently, we shop differently. We all use the new technologies, the internet-based platforms, the new delivery systems to perform just about every daily task that we used to. We all expect that we will perform and get our services in a different way. But one of the last bastions of doing things traditionally is in our legal profession. But 86% of the people in our country, even at or below the poverty line, have smartphones, and it allows us to reach people that otherwise we could not reach, and we can provide services for people who we traditionally have not been able to provide services for because of the reach and expansion of technology. It's incumbent upon us to try to bridge this justice gap and reach those segments of society who have not been using lawyers. Only 1 out of 4 people in the country who has a legal problem goes to a lawyer now. There's a latent market of potential clients, especially for young lawyers, to represent. If we can modernize our procedures and we can use more creative technologies and we can lower the cost, which technology allows us to do, we can reach people who do not have access to our justice system or who have chosen not to use lawyers, and we can provide legal services to those people. And that not only helps close the justice gap in America and helps restore trust in our justice system, but it also provides great opportunity for lawyers to lead the way. There's just a basic human nature that we want to go to the office and we want to do things the same way we did it yesterday. It's just easier that way. But that's not closing the justice gap in our country. It's not moving the needle. The traditional one lawyer working on a client matter in the physical presence of that client often has kept us from reaching more people. If you talk to people at Legal Services Corporation, they will tell you that some justice is better than no justice. And often we have tried to cling to a model that we have to do things the same way to provide the outstanding service, but by trying to provide outstanding service to a limited group of people, there's 80% of the public is getting no legal services. So somehow we have to embrace technology, we have to think of new ways of doing business, we have to make sure that we're trying to reach more people. It's really important for the strength and health of our justice system and people's confidence and belief that lawyers can change and adapt to the way that people want to see their services delivered. The ABA has always tried to gather the best thinking that we could pull together on a number of issues. We've just completed the work on a task force on the future of legal education, and what we've created through my request to the Board of Governors this year is a commission on the future of legal services. What we found was that innovators and regulators and judges and lawyers weren't really talking to each other about ways that we could improve our justice system. So what we've sought to do through this commission is break down the silos that have existed among and between different groups of people who look at the legal system and see that it needs to change, but perhaps haven't talked to the people who can help affect that change or lead that change. So the Commission on the Future of Legal Services is looking all around the country, trying to identify best practices, new platforms, looking to young lawyers who are already adapting quickly to the changing environment. And we're trying to come up with a blueprint for the future of legal services. Now, some of that may suggest to us that there needs to be some rule changes, we can modify certain rules that might be limiting in the way that limit the number of tools and ways that we can deliver legal services, not just for the poor and the middle class, but for everybody. And so we'll be looking to this Commission on the Future of Legal Services, and hopefully there will be some guidance there, and we can then make a determination. Once we identify the best practice, we can then identify what rules maybe need to be changed to accommodate those best practices. I just think Wisconsin is a beautiful state. It's always been a state that many of us around the country look to for guidance, and as Justice Brandeis said in New State Ice Company versus Liebman, the states are the laboratories of innovative thinking in law and technology and science. So we're looking at the ABA, we're looking to our state bars and lawyer leaders and local communities to be the source of inspiration and new ideas and better ways of delivering services. And hopefully the ABA can pull those ideas together and really develop a way to move forward in our profession. But it's really going to come from the grassroots of our country. And we're very excited about working with the Wisconsin Bar Association, the Wisconsin State Bar, and the lawyers here who do so much and lead not only in Wisconsin but nationally in so many ways.